I'm Megan Kuhn with Powerhouse Real Estate, and today I want to talk about the buying journey. Now, a lot of you have probably heard the saying, your first home is not your forever home, and it shouldn't be. And especially as prices here in Utah continue to go up, I want to talk about what the process should look like as a home buyer from the time you buy your first home until you get into your dream home, and how you can make the market work for you to get there without spending way too much money. As you buy your first property, you most likely won't have a big down payment, and that's okay. We don't expect you to come into your first property with a large amount to put down because you're just starting out. You're on your very first home, and it's very overwhelming, and it's hard to save that much money in a short amount of time. And so there's a lot of great programs out there like FHA loans, first time home buyer programs, even city grants that will help you out with your down payments and make it easier to afford your first home. So, as you go into buying your first home, I want you to remember it's not going to be your forever home. It's a stepping stone to get to the next home. So, a couple things to keep in mind. You want to make sure that it's somewhere that you could live for a few years. You don't want to buy something with the intentions of only living there for 1 or 2 years, because most likely in a normal market condition, you aren't going to make enough equity in those first couple of years to be able to put down on your next home or even break even in some cases. But as you get into the 4 or 5 year mark, you definitely should have enough equity to make a difference on your next home. So find something that will work for your lifestyle right now, as well as for the next 4 to 5 years, so that you're comfortable and it's something that you could live in longer if you needed to. As you live in that home, you can do things like pay a little bit extra towards the mortgage. You can do things to fix up that first home so that when you go to sell it, it's worth a little bit more. These are things that your real estate agent can help you with. As you purchase your first home, we can sit down with you and tell you things that will add value to the property without costing you more than it will be worth in the end, as well as give you tips on your mortgage to help you to be able to net the most when you go to sell it. So make sure to have that conversation with your agent and let them know what your intentions are so that we can help you make the most money when you go to sell that house to then upgrade to your next house. Now, as you upgrade into your next home, we want to look at where you're at in your life. What kind of home do you need? Now, I would never recommend somebody buying their forever home at first anyway, because you never know what you need in a home until you've lived in one. Once you've lived in a home and understood the things that you hate about the house you're in now or the things you absolutely love, then you know what you really want in your next home. And in your second home, you can be a little bit more picky. You then should have some equity from your first home to carry over into your next home. So that way your loan amount is less than the value of the home. So your conditions are all a lot better. Your interest rate is usually better, the loan terms are better, and you're in a better financial situation overall. So going into it, you can be a little bit more picky and really pick stuff that you really want in that home and not settle as much as you did probably in your first home. Now, this path is really going to be determined by you and your financial situation. If you're moving from your first home to your second to your third and then your dream home, or if you're skipping some of those steps in between, that's really up to you and your financial situation. As your real estate agent, we can sit down and talk through all of these scenarios and help you understand what all of these look like, what you can afford, and what makes the most sense for you and your situation, and so that you can decide what it's going to look like. If you have any questions about this topic, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help you map out your plan for your homes and getting from your first home to your dream home. My name is Megan Kuhn with Powerhouse Real Estate.